How's it going, YouTube? Yeah, Pat Mack here, coach of the Sacramento Saints / bringing you our Week 2 team builder up against a Praetor, coach of the Machesney Park Slowpokes. You can see on the dock we have the matchup here. This is going to be a team builder for that second match. This is for the Masters of Sword and Shield dual format league. We're playing a doubles match and then a singles match and then a singles match as a tiebreaker. Hopefully this isn't the first video you've seen from this series or from this league. So you have a bit of a sense of what's going on already. If you haven't, definitely check out like the draft analysis or the power rankings. It talks a little bit more about the format, so I'm not going to go too in depth on that. So building for this match, I recorded something last night and then I listened to it again this morning and I was like, dang, I rambled so much. I rambled so much during that I decided I just wanted to start over, just start fresh and go from there. So you can see on the side that I've had a little bit of thought on what I want to bring. I was considering choice banded Zapdos. I have Rotom Heat as mainly an insert for like Victini and Rillaboom, and potentially Vikavolt as well. Melmetal, just it's a strong Pokemon. Like, why not bring it, you know? And then Jellicent I thought looked pretty strong just from a stab standpoint. I mean, the only Pokemon we don't hit here is Pangoro with our ghost coverage, and then it doesn't want to get burned from Scalds, so that was part of the thought process there. And then like around Midnight I thought looked pretty solid here as well, with Stealth Rock as like a potential Sash lead. I may end up changing this around, but this was just a first thought last night. And then Roserade, I was looking at T-Spikes just because of the possibility of getting those up, and then his removal options, there's only 2 of them, and yeah, so I just thought it looked fairly solid overall, but we'll see. This is, I guess maybe before I go too far into the matchup, let me talk about the 6 that I'm expecting from him. The 6 I'm expecting are Cofagrigus, Mudsdale, I think Vikavolt as well. Did I have Vikavolt as part of my thoughts? Maybe I didn't have Vikavolt. I think I had Tyrantrum, Rillaboom, and like Victini. Is that 6? No, that's only 5. Okay, maybe Vikavolt was part of the other product. Oh no, I think I thought it was Blastoise. So I guess part of the reason for that is Blastoise gives him a nice rapid spinner. He can go like a defensive setup. It actually does fairly well against Zapdos, if I'm not banded. I think I remember playing up against a Zapdos in YCL when I had Blastoise, and like I had a helmet set, and like he was able to KO with like Brave Bird, but Brave Bird recoil and helmet recoil is almost enough that Zapdos just dies to itself kind of thing. So that's something I'll need to be aware of. Yeah, and then Tyrantrum I thought looked pretty solid just from his standpoint. It's, well, is it? How good is it? I guess if I bring Crocodile, then it's not as amazing. But I thought it looked good in general. I imagine you can have enough coverage on there to kind of deal with what's going on for my team. And yeah, so those were the 6 that I thought he would bring. The 6 that I have set up here. I am going to kind of play around with calcs a little bit more during this session and get a sense of this session. This is the start of the video during this time to get a sense of like how I'm going to be able to set up my team. Does it look like it's going to work how I think it's going to? That kind of idea. I think one thing I will say about the setup that I'm looking at for him is that it looks like it's very physical. Like Victini, I think its strongest sets are physical sets because those V-Create is like that move is so dumb. And of course we have Rillaboom, Tyrantrum, Mudsdale as well. So I guess there's 4 and 2. Like Blastoise is typically a special attacker, which is what I would expect here. But I'm gonna have Roserade as part of a way to deal with that. So yeah, so let me go and pull the theme over and I'll start looking at some calcs. So I think the first thing I want to take a look at is how well can Galarian Zapdos break and clean up kills. Like what kind of HP do I need certain Pokemon to be at in order to just straight up win the game. So I'm kind of just gonna go in order with like what I think could kind of deal with me. Okay, Okay, well, I'm not going to be no investment. I think it makes the most amount of sense just for me to be Jolly max speed, just because he does have Victini here, so I need to be able to make sure that I can deal with that Pokemon. Now, Crobat could definitely outspeed me, and it looks like it can KO me just straight up with Brave Bird, which is what I would expect him to mostly be able to be looking at, which means I definitely need to be able to deal with that, like have a good switch into Crobat, which makes me kind of wonder if Crobat might be something that comes. It could. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but I'm pretty sure that I would be okay against it. Yeah, this is good damage against Victini here as well. And yeah, Victini also does a lot of damage back to me. So, but with, well, if he's Boots, then he wouldn't have to worry about that. But I would, there's also the option of going Scarf, which is another one that I'm kind of playing around with as a potential option. Scarf just means that I would outspeed everything or speed tie Victini, which doesn't seem like a bad idea. I kind of like it. Like, I kind of think Scarf might be the way to go, but then I probably don't break the things I need to break, but then I'm probably U-turning most often, more often than anything. But yeah, even Bandit I don't 2-hit KO, right? Because once I hit him with Brave Bird, he'll get a boost, and then I don't 2-hit KO there. So I actually think maybe Scarf is the way to go here. And do I want close combat? I don't know if I want close combat. Maybe I do. It just doesn't seem like that's what I'd be locking myself into most of the time. I was wondering if maybe, what's the dark move it has? Throat Chop. I was wondering if Throat Chop or like Stomping Tantrum might be the way to go. I think it's probably better for me to go with close combat though, over those options. Trying to do a quick look to see if there's anything else that stands out as something I'd want. I just don't see anything. I think it's probably just better for me to just go with like some straight offensive stuff. I could Taunt or Agility. I could do like a setup set. That sounds kind of interesting. How would I do that? It would be like Agility, Acrobatics, Citrus Berry, something like that. Would that even work? I don't think it would, because I think I still have the issue of being messed up by yeah, I'd still get messed up by Crobat, I think. Because even, like, I'd have to have Bulk Up. Because I don't OHKO with, no, wait, I did OHKO, right? Against Crobat? I really wish this Pokemon got Roost. If it got Roost, oh my god, I would bring a setup set, like, in a heartbeat. No, Brave Bird does KO, but, what if it's not Brave Bird? What if it's Acrobatics? With no item. And that +1. Okay, that's pretty close. Yeah, that's an option too if I want to try a setup set. Because then, well, but I don't Roost off, like I said, I can't Roost off damage because I don't have Roost. So I don't know if a setup set is quite the way to go here. Oh man, it's so sad this Pokemon doesn't get Roost. Why doesn't this Pokemon get Roost? It's a bird. Come on, it's a freaking bird. Okay, anyway, so this is probably the set I'll go with. I'll just go Choice Scarf. That way I always have the option of being faster than Victini. I expect that I'm going to have some kind of helmet Pokemon. Blastoise makes the most amount of sense as a helmet mon to me. It could be Mudsdale, it could also be Vikavolt. If those come as well. Yeah, I would just expect to have some kind of helmet Pokemon, but I think I'm probably just best off just going with max speed. That way I can speed tie a Victini set and play the game from there. But I think this is probably what I'll end up doing. And just use this as a revenge killer or a pivot is probably how this one's going to get used. What about, could I go with something different? trying to think of what I would do if I went with something different. There's also the option of having this be like a switch into Rillaboom, which doesn't sound too bad to me. Does it? In that case, I'd really want to have Wish with Aromatisse. Like if I made like a bulky defensive Zapdos. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna play around with some ideas. This is the most basic of them, but I think there might be some other options here. Next up, I'm gonna take a look at Rotom Heat for sure. I just need this Pokemon to be able to switch in Victini. Victini doesn't have a way of hitting us for super effective damage, so I just want to make sure that I can take this hit without a problem. I don't know if I'm gonna go with a boosting item calc. It's more likely that I'm just gonna make sure that I'm 3-hit KO'd by like a V create. Which, God, this move does so much damage. 180 base power. What the heck? So max HP should be good. Just kind of thinking from an HP rock standpoint. If I decide to do that, okay, that's perfect. And what do I have at 4 here? Other Pokemon that I want to be able to deal with Rillaboom. I want to make sure I can deal with Rillaboom well, which I'm pretty sure I can. I'm going to look at... That's Life Orb. So that's Life Orb Superpower. Do I want to try to outspeed this? That's another option. I could just go like max speed here. I don't know how much I like that idea, but it's definitely an option. Choice Banded. So if he gets... Maybe I make sure I don't die to 2 superpowers. That's Jolly Banded. Well, okay, what's my play if he goes... Maybe Life Orb Superpower is a better way to go? God, that's a lot of investment. I would probably go Bold in this situation, so I probably need a little bit less of this. Still need quite a bit though. So I don't think I can do... Yeah, I probably can't do both not to hit code by Banded Superpower and be able to outspeed it. And this is Jolly too, so I definitely don't want to make sure out. Well, I could try to outspeed that. I could. What if I... So if I go... I could be Timid for me. And I take 1 superpower. And then... this would be 4, I guess. I take a superpower, realize he's banded. I would probably Pain Split. And then the next hit would do this much. But I've Pain Split up to... Oh, I don't know if that would be enough. Really just depends on what his... I don't know. Superpower is quite a move though. Do I even calc for that specifically? Maybe not. I could also try to run Leftovers, assuming that no rocks go up, which doesn't seem that reliable when they have Mudsdale. Like, I feel like rocks are going to be part of this game. Yeah, and this is my Defogger. I probably have to go Heavy Duty Boots. Oops. Wait, what item was that? I've never seen this berry before. Hit by a physical move, they lose 1/8. What does Rock Helmet do? Is that the same thing? Oh, it's 1/6. Okay. Wait. What? That berry is so useless. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so I think this is probably the way to go. Do I want to outspeed Rillaboom? I don't know if I want to outspeed Rillaboom. What would I outspeed if I didn't outspeed Rillaboom? Blastoise? Modest Blastoise? Probably Modest Blastoise. What does Blastoise get to? Let's do it here. Just because I think I'd like to be able to yeah, this is probably better. And think I want to go bold. So yeah, I think I want to outspeed Blastoise because I don't want it to set up a Shell Smash for free. So if I go 196 here, throw the rest in here, go bold. That's probably what it'll end up looking like. And then I'll just have to be able to deal with the like Rillaboom if he does go like Twist Banded. See, this is the kind of set I would expect to see run. Oh my gosh, that's Woodhammer. What? All right, well. Wow. Okay, so if he locks into Woodhammer though, like I do have other options. Like I have Roserade, which still takes a lot, and I have Zapdos, which also still takes a lot. I have Melmetal. Ah, there we go. We figured out. Oh my god, wait, this is actually really good. Okay, so I actually don't think he would go with Woodhammer. It's more likely that he goes with like, you know, I think Superpower makes some sense from him. I think that might be the way to go. But then how does that deal with Zapdos? Yeah, see, Superpower doesn't do enough to Zapdos. So actually, that's probably the way. That's probably my best option. So like if he goes, actually none of these hits do very much. Does he have anything that hits Galarian Zapdos? Not really, huh? That's one of the things I remember about Rillaboom, is that it doesn't have the greatest of coverage. Like, it has a fair amount, but it has acrobatics though, so you could do like a Swords Dance Seed acrobatics set. But I think that just gets nuked by Rotom Heat. Yeah, I think that just gets nuked by Rotom Heat. Like, I don't think he can kind of play that game, so to speak. Because if he tries to go with like a Grassy Seed Rillaboom, let's say it's this one, but instead of this Grassy Seed, I'm pretty sure Grassy Seed is the defense boost. Yeah, it's the defense boost, 100%. So if he does go something like this and he gets that defense boost here, like I don't KO with Brave Bird anymore. Oh, that's wrong Zapdos. That's okay. But yeah, he would have to like Swords Dance here. So if he comes in, I switch. He Swords Dances on my switch. Can I take this hit? Oh yeah, it looks like I totally can. Yeah, I totally can. Okay, so I think this is definitely the option, because then I just go Overheat, and I need no investment to KO this Pokemon. So he can't. I don't think he can be a setup variant. Not, at least not in a like Grassy Seed kind of way. And if that's the case, if he's not boosted up like this, then it should always be revenge killed by Zapdos, right? Yeah, basically always revenged by Zapdos, and I can always U-turn, something like that. Yeah, I think that's good. Other things that I want. So this is mainly for Victini, which we know we're 3-hit KO'd by. What about a special Victini like Psychic? That would kind of suck. I don't know if I'd be able to deal with that. That's banded. I'm not worried about banded. I'm worried more about just no item. Timid, Psychic. Oh my gosh, so many things to change. I don't understand why this Pokemon doesn't have a special set in here. Ooh, oh, that's Zapdos. Rotom Heat. Max HP. Ah, see? Okay, it's cool. So we're 3-hit KO'd as long as the Victini is not a boosting item, which is pretty good. And if it's not boosting item, or it's not boosting, yeah, if it's not a boosting item, or if it is a boosting item, then Zapdos outspeeds. So I feel okay about it. I think that's definitely the way to go. I think Boots is just, it's kind of a nice, how would I phrase this? It's a nice, like, hedge against if he does bring rocks. This is the double singles match week, so I think having that option for getting rid of webs or rocks, I think is just going to be really useful to have. I've been deciding what... I mean, I could go Banded here now if I'm thinking about Scarf here. How crazy would that be? I have a feeling I don't do enough. Pads is probably better. Is it? Is Pads better? I also really like the idea of Sub. Am I looking at leftovers on anything else? This one could be leftovers, but more likely it's going to be a Resist Berry. Like, I have a feeling that this is going to be Wakan. This is going to be a Wakan Berry for the Victini Bolt Strike, is what I'm expecting the most from right here. But I don't know for sure if that's going to be what I go with. It's just kind of a hedge against Victini, but I don't think I necessarily need it. But this could be a Salt Vest. It could be leftovers. I could go like Sub. But then I don't know if I beat... Yeah, see, I don't think I beat Mudsdale with this kind of set. I would need T-Spikes, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would need T-Spikes to be able to do that. So I don't know if that's the way to go either. Is Jellicent always my switch into Mudsdale? It might have to be. But again, I don't get all 6 of these Pokemon. So, yeah. Could I go Toxic? What if I do? What if I do something like... See, I don't know if Toxic's the way to go either. I'm just trying to think here. So, because he does have quite a bit of recovery, plus there's Grassy Terrain recovery. I could go like super bulky and then... Yeah, I could go really bulky. I don't know. Let me look at calcs for this Pokemon. It has Water Absorb right there. Oh, that actually needs to be changed. Let's just give it another... Let's just put Sub as the last move. And then I'll put in the rest of this team as well. So I have my changes in there if I want to switch around to check calcs for those as I'm going through stuff. Where's my little... Wow, yeah. I mean, this will have a fire move. Was it Blue Flare it would have? Which that might be a reason that he goes special. But I think this is still pretty solid. Yeah, as a no attack, Rock Slide does quite a bit. So if I go, okay, I guess my question is, can I beat Mudsdale with the set that I have? And I have a feeling the answer to that's no. Pretty sure the answer to that's no. Yeah. Well, oh. Oops. Iron Fist. If it's adamant. Oh. Well, no, because he'll get the boost, and then he'll get another boost, and then I don't do enough. Yeah, see, I don't think that... Yeah, what if I'm banded? No, still wouldn't do it. Well, oh, hold up. So first, that's 2 hits though. How much is each hit doing? Yeah, this is each hit. Okay, so let's say the average is 85, right? So he takes 85 damage off the first hit. Then he gets his defense boost. He takes 57 off the next hit. Now he's at +2. I go for it again. I deal 43. And then he gets another defense boost. And then I deal 34. Okay, so Banded straight up can actually just 2-hit KO. Quote unquote, it's 2-hit KO. It's actually 4 hits, but can deal enough to KO a max Mudsdale. Like max HP, max defense, which is, I mean, I have to be banded for that though. You can see I had to switch to banded in order to make that happen, but it's possible. It's possible. Now I don't think that's the way to go. I think it's probably better if I go with this as like toxic. And I get some damage off that way. And Rock Slide to hit the Well, it'll help for the singles match to get a little bit of damage that way. And then I'll also be able to, yeah, and maybe I could go a little bit bulkier. What would I want to be bulky for, though? And another question is, do I want speed? Do I want speed for, like, Vikavolt? Oh, man, actually, I don't know. I think I go with... What do I want to go with here? Not quite sure how I want to use Melmetal here. I mean, I could go... What about Ice Punch? Because this Pokemon has Ice Punch, right? Yeah, what about Ice Punch? Could I beat this Pokemon using Ice Punch? I mean, not if he goes +3. And I don't want to look at the banded calcs, I want to look at not banded. Yeah. See, I still need more to be able to hit this mon. But if I go Jellicent afterwards, then I'm totally fine against this Pokemon. Hard to say, actually. Hard to say how I want to use this. My thought process is that this probably does the most amount of work for me. But... yeah. Gosh, I really don't know. Because he has really good physically defensive options. That's kind of the part that I'm struggling with at the moment. I could go like special, because this Pokemon has a fairly good special attack stat. Yeah, kind of. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd much rather go physical. I go T-Wave, but I think Mudsdale is the one that's coming in on me. I think it's Mudsdale or it's Vikavolt. Huh. You know what? I actually want to know how much damage Vikavolt does to Rotom Heat, because that could also be a problem. But I think if that's the case, then I go. Oh, actually, that's okay. Cool. Does it have coverage for me though? I don't think so. I think you have Flash Cannon and the ground move from Vikavolt. Okay, so I kind of jumped around a little bit. So I'm thinking of like if I go with if like Vikavolt comes in on Melmetal, do I have a switch into it? That's what I was checking right there. And so I just want to look to see if it has a move that hits me for neutral damage even. And it doesn't. Okay, cool. So Rotom Heat's also a really good switch into Vikavolt. This Pokemon, okay, I pretty much have to bring Toaster, which means it feels even more likely that Tyrantrum comes. And that I need to be able to deal with that Pokemon. Yeah. Whew. Okay. This is quite a matchup. I remember I ranked the team that I'm playing against, the Slowpokes, pretty high up in the standings just because I thought their team was like every Pokemon could come each week. And it seemed like there was really strong options for it all together. So yeah, I'm not surprised that I'm encountering this difficulty with building. I think this is, you know, I'm gonna try this set. I don't know if it's the way to go or not, but I think this is where I want to be. It gives me the most amount of chances to deal with Mudsdale, which is kind of something I like. I don't anticipate to see any kind of rest set from anything here. As far as speed, do I want to be faster than maybe like a little bit? Oh, because Vikavolt could go faster than Jellicent though. But I'm planning on making Jellicent pretty slow because I think I might go Trick Room with it too. That's another thing, is if I am going Trick Room, do I want to have a fast Melmetal? I think I want to make sure it's faster than Mudsdale. So like, this is the minimum. I could also go with like, this puts me just faster than Vikavolt. Let's say he gives Vikavolt a little bit of speed. then maybe that's the way to go. Maybe. I think I might play around with that. I'm probably going to look at defensive calcs for this Pokemon a little bit more than offensive, I guess. Okay, things that I want to make sure that I can 2-hit KO, though, is I want to make sure that this Rock Slide can 2-hit KO max HP. Let's make sure that that happens. And I guess in that case, I'm going to go Adamant. Okay, that's enough to make that happen. Yeah, and T-Bolt is just amazing. If he doesn't boost the special attack stat, then I think I just want to make sure that I have enough that I can deal with that particular move. Which, okay. Alright. Okay, we're able to do that. Let's get to, so 210 divided by 16. I'm looking at HP numbers. Okay, so then I guess I need to go 225. Just for HP numbers on grassy terrain, so I get the most amount of recovery for myself. In which case I don't need quite as much SPDF. Looks like I need some though. And I am looking at these calcs for less, without leftovers, just because I want to know how much investment it has. So if I take more than half from a T-Bolt, right, then I'm going to know that Mudshot, I think is the move. Then I'll know that he has investment. What is the ground move it gets? Yeah, it's Mudshot. Okay. Yeah, so that's the ground move that it could potentially have, which actually does less than Thunderbolt. That's kind of surprising. I would assume that it would do more. But I guess it's stab versus not stab, so. Okay, in that case, it probably isn't bringing Mudshot. That probably doesn't matter. I'm not bringing my ground type. Oh, right, because it gets hit by Bug Buzz, so I can't really bring my ground type in on that Pokemon anyway, right? Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, so I think this is probably my way to go. So Toaster's got a lot of work cut out for them. That's kind of crazy. Oh wait, hold on. Roserade probably can do this, right? Yeah. Ooh, I get hit by Bug Buzz quite a bit, but I could probably invest for that. Let's go back to Momo. So what do I have in for investment here? I have 116 and 28 and 92. Okay. So I still have quite a bit of EVs left over. Like, I could throw everything into attack right here, but I think the lowest that I needed was my nature so that I could 2-hit KO this Pokemon, which is good. Anything else that I'd want to make sure that I can do? Let's look at Mudsdale. Yeah, I think I figured out that like that's not really going to help me a whole lot though. I'm looking at Body Press, which if he gets some boosts up, obviously do hit kills me, so I can't really do that. Yeah, and like Cofagrigus would be a pretty solid switch in as well. I think I'm liking this as like almost like a stall breaking kind of set more than anything else. What a weird set. What the heck? This is a Cofagrigus set? Huh. Okay. Anyway. Wow, we do a lot of damage to Cofagrigus still. He could go with we would lose our oh, not huge power, probably just something that doesn't do anything. We would lose our thing ability after the first hit of Double Iron Bash, so it wouldn't necessarily be enough, but with a little bit of chip from like rocks or something, it might be. With rocks? Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I have a feeling this is mostly going to be subtoxic. Do I want to have any defensive calcs? I don't know. Can I do something where it doesn't break sub? Could I do something to where it doesn't break sub? Ugh, I don't know. Probably not. I think sub is mostly because I expect him to switch. I want to make sure I can Oko Terran him, actually. Okay, I can do that without any, and that's without my Iron Fist boost. Okay, that's good. Ooh, okay, I can put a little bit of investment in here to take two. Let's do Adamant. Can I do Adamant? I could probably do Adamant. Close combats from Terrarium, just because I think that's a possibility. So 156. Anything after that, I'll throw the rest in attack. I feel like I've done enough calcs with this that I can get a sense of what it is I'm up against and what kind of hits I can take versus not take. Knowing that I can take Adamant Scarf, close combats is pretty solid. If he goes like Banded Head Smash, then I don't think I'm too hit killed by that either. Yeah, and I always Oko this, even with no investment. So this is probably the way to go. So I feel pretty good about this Metal set as well. So Jellicent, how do I want to deal with Jellicent? So Jellicent is mainly going to be there. Wow. I haven't put any investment in here yet, so maybe I could take that. I don't know. No. Oh, wait. We'd have to go bold. Nope. Yep, this Pokemon just hits hard. All right. Anyway, I was looking more for Mudsdale. Because I have a feeling this is what's going to be switching in on that. Do I want to do Strength Sap? Does that make any sense for me? Or do I just want to go Recover? Because if they go into a Special Attacker, then I still want to get my health back, I assume. You know, I think I am going to go with just straight Recover on Jellicent. I don't anticipate... Like, I think it's possible that they switch in, like, Vikavolt, for example. On this mon, and in which case, like, I need to switch for one, and I probably don't get that much health back from Strength Sap, so I think recover is probably better for me, because then I can switch in on Mudsdale all day, every day. I don't know if I want to go with this max defense build that I was just looking at. I know I want to make sure that I'm not too hit KO'd by that. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with this Wakanberry because I'm thinking about Victini. So what if I go with no recovery item? Then I do need a fair amount of HP so that I'm not too hit KO'd by Earthquake. Which even still, I don't think that they would be Earthquake because they have their own grassy terrain. There are ways to play around that, but even still. So if I go 140 here for best terrain recovery. Cool, 92. So I could stall out Earthquakes, for example. I could get hit with a Toxic, but I don't know, is what it is. Scald, wow, that actually isn't enough to 2-hit KO. That's kind of crazy. I think that's okay though, because I still have the chance for a burn. If that's the case. Okay, the other one I want to look at was Victini. And if you're Jolly Bolt Strike. Yeah, okay, I actually take the hit. What about Adamant? I also take that hit, so maybe do I want the Conberry? Though Conberry is nice for if I am, if I'm low, then, yeah, if I'm low, then I can make sure that I take this hit and get some damage off on this, so then I can finish it off with like Leg Day. Maybe. The other option is, yeah, so I could take a hit, so like if he's not boots, for example. Let's say he runs like, I don't know, we're talking about a Praetor here. He runs crazy stuff. So if there are Stealth Rocks out, then this will do... Stealth Rocks will be 25%, right? So if I do this plus Stealth Rocks, then another set of Rocks KOs. Or I'm sure that Leg Day can KO here. Yeah, that can KO. So it's really just getting it in range. It doesn't have to be enough to actually win the KO. It just needs to get it in range of Zapdos. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing here. And then if he does switch outright, then I have another set of rocks up, ideally. But I'm looking at like potentially needing all 5 of these plus Roserade. I kind of wish I could bring all 6. This is 4v4, so that's just not possible. Are there any special Pokemon that I can take on? Glaceon, nope. Vikavolt, nope. Okay, so I'm actually just very much invested in physical defense for this match. Why did I want this Mon? Is it really that good? Hold up. I liked it from an offensive standpoint, right? Why? What if I just go like... No, I can't go Scarf because I already have Scarf. What if I go Specs or something? Could I do like Specs Water Spout? What comes in on Water Spout? Blastoise? Blastoise would be able to take that hit, no problem at all. Even if I did Shadow Ball. Could I just go Spec Shadow Ball? What if I just go with like a super offensive Jellicent? Could I do that? I don't know if I can do that. Okay, I'm thinking. It might be something I go for. Because the other option is if I am going with this T-Spikes plan, then I could go like fast offensive Jellicent and hit people with like Hex, which sounds kind of sweet. But I'd always have to be able to switch into Rillaboom. But I do have Toaster for that, and actually like Dave does pretty good about that too. Am I about to go offensive Jellicent? Okay, well, let's table this particular set. I kind of like how it sounds. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like how it sounds. Yeah. All right, let's play around with an offensive Jellicent here, because I think this might work. Let's go Specs. Let's go Water Spout. Hex, Scald, Shadow Ball. How would I speed this? You know, honestly, I would just go Modest, like a max special attack and like max speed, something like that. That would outspeed most stuff. How does that do it? See, if I want to do this, I'm thinking Scarf is probably the better way to go, because I don't take some hits. But like, what switches in on Water Spout, right? Blastoise? What's my nickname for this Mon? I forget now. I don't know. What was my nickname for Jellicent? I feel like I should... Oh, it's Ursula. It's Ursula. Okay, so if I bring this set... I like how this seems fun. I kind of want to do this. This seems hella fun. Like, look at that damage. I mean, I died double strike, but you know, whatever. But like, what comes in on this? What really comes in on Blastoise? That Shadow Ball damage. Actually, Water Spout is almost a 2-hit KO. I mean, this is no bulk, right? Let's just say he brings like a super defensive set to be able to deal with the Galarian Zapdos. Then that's a 2-hit KO after rocks. That's kind of sweet. That's kind of sweet. If I'm... Hold up. What if I'm Scarf on this? What speed does Victini reach? I just outpace it. But then I'm not Specs, right? Then I'm not Specs. Do I just go with this set? This set looks hella fun. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna play around with. Oh, Dad, I'm gonna bring this set. So I have a mock setup with Tiger. For this, I really want to try this spec set because this seems hella fun. and it looks like it could just do so much damage. Because I'm just like, it looks like Blastoise could do it, but if I have Rock set up and there's a little bit of chip on it, then Water Spout just KOs. But then it does get revenge killed by stuff. If there's T-Spikes down, see if there's T-Spikes though, then this looks really nice, because if he's status for some reason, then now Hex wrecks. This is so tempting. This is so tempting. This is so tempting. All right, let me finish the Jellicent set that is like probably a little bit more my standard, and see where it goes from there. Is there anything I want to speed creep if I am doing this Jellicent set? No, probably not. I think I'd much rather just be defensive. Yeah, probably just much rather be defensive. I could try to like if Pangora's creeping me, like I could try to creep back, which I don't hate that idea. Let's just creep No Speed Glaceon, just as an example. And then I kind of feel like I just want to go defensive after that. Yeah, I kind of just feel like I want to go defensive after that. Okay, recover on this. Trick Room as an option. Yeah, see, this set also makes a lot of sense. Because I think if Blastoise is like is a Shell Smash set, right? Like if Blastoise tries to set up on me, actually I'm just naturally able to take a +2 Dark Pulse. Let's say after Rocks. Okay, cool. Yes, I can easily invest for that. Like I could shut up. They Shell Smash. I could set up Trick Room. They Dark Pulse. I could Shadow Ball. Die to another Dark Pulse. Bring in like Melmetal. And I'm probably in a good spot. Something like that. What would be slower? Basically anything on my team would be slower though. Even I would assume even that Zapdos with Scarf is slower. Yeah, even Choice Scarf. Zapdos is probably slower. But even I could just go Rotom Heat and I could Volt Switch, and that should probably do enough. Yeah, see, so like I think I have ways that I could deal with that. Okay, what's my set right now? 40. Oh shoot, I didn't. Whatever. This is something I can figure out easy. So 20 is the most or least that I need. Okay, I kind of want to make sure that where's Victini? If it's no Volk Victini, I want to do at least half. I just think that makes sense if I just want to do at least half to this. Yeah. It is no bulk, but I just think it's worthwhile. And then I still have a lot of EVs left over. I could probably just like add a little bit more to all of these. Defense makes the most amount of sense to help me out. Because the most like specially offensive mon would be Blastoise. So I haven't used my nature yet, which makes me think I can just go Calm. And what number do I need on Spit F 128? So I could probably do that without any investment here. Yeah. And that actually gives me a little bit more. So I think I'll just go like this. Yeah. I'm going to go with this as a Jellicent set. And see where that leads. I think, yeah, I mean, the spec set looks so much fun. The spec set looks like a lot of fun, but it's probably more likely that I'm gonna want this Ursula set here. Okay, this one is probably just gonna be like out of at max speed, I would assume. Yeah, I'll just do enough to creep Blastoise if it's for some reason super fast. So 143. In which case I would need to be Jolly. Yep. 144. Oops. Oops. And then just max in here, something like that. I don't have a nickname for Lycanroc. I'll figure that out. Okay, and then Roserade. Yeah, this Pokemon's a problem. There's an idea of having Helmet on this. I don't have any Helmet user at the moment, so that's a possibility. I could go Black Sludge. I could go like a Healing Berry of some kind. So one thing I know for sure is I'm pretty sure I want to be faster than Rillaboom. Because I do want this as an option to just Revenge Kill it. What was that, 151? Yeah, so I think that at a baseline, Roserade's going to be timid, and it's going to be 151. Because I know that I resist, it's not Roserade, Rillaboom. I know that I resist pretty much all of its stabs. It could go, yeah, see, and I don't need much in order to just KO with Sludge Bomb. Even if he's like Assault Vest, like I just know that I'll take these hits, and this lets me freely set up Toxic Spikes for the most part. I do want to make sure that I can take Acrobatics. Ooh. Just kidding. I don't want to be able to take Acrobatics. I don't even think that's possible. I could go with like a Flying Resist, but that just doesn't make sense against the rest of his team, so I'm just not going to. If he brings Acrobatics, then like I need to go for this attack, but yeah, there's no way. I could also go, I've used this in the past with like Eject Pack, and then I can Leaf Storm, switch into something else, which also honestly doesn't sound like a bad plan. Because like what comes in on this, maybe, does Vikavolt? But I think I could take Vikavolt hits. That's my my most expected mon, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I can't roost off Vikavolt hits, but I can take them. I could go like very Spit F, but I just don't think that's worth it. I think I'm going to play around with the idea of Eject Pack right now. My team doesn't have a whole lot of momentum. It does. Actually, it has a fair amount. It's got 2 pieces of momentum. This will give me a 3rd. If I find I don't need the item for anything else, then I could try to go with a different item, or I could. If I don't need a different item, then I'll go with the Eject Pack. If I do need a different item, then obviously I go with that. Yeah, but this does solid amount of damage. What's my switch into this? Oh yeah, it's Toaster. So then, so Tyrantrum, if that Pokemon comes in, I just don't take Head Smash. Yeah, that's not something that I can do. But I also almost always Oko. And I'll definitely be faster unless he's Scarfed. But maybe that's just good info for me to have if he is Scarfed, because then I know what he's Scarfed into. Like if he Scarfs into close combat thinking I switch to like Melmetal, for example, then I get out this Leaf Storm and probably just KO. In fact, let's give myself a little bit of investment here so that I always, that's always KO. Always KO after Rocks. Don't need much for that. I wanted to make sure that I could deal with Blastoise with this as a potential option. That's Modest Ice Beam. Okay. I always KO that. Can I take this hit? I guess I could go max HP. Yeah, if he shell smashes on me, then I probably can't. Even if this is all in Spit F, yeah, I still can't. Okay. I mean, is what it is. If it shell smash Blastoise, then again I have Ursula as an option. So I guess do I just want to go like a super offensive Roserade? Like, what on his team really wants to switch into this? Like, oh, actually, it's probably Crobat. Maybe Crobat is a good bring for them. Oh, I also want to make sure that I can deal with Slurpuff. Yeah, if they're like Flamethrower. Yeah, that's what I want to know. So if they get like one speed boost here, or one Calm Mind up, then I don't KO. But I also don't die to Flamethrower, even if it's modest. Okay, I can invest for this. I think that's pretty reasonable. So 92. Let's go to a good HP number for grassy terrain. Why not, right? Oops, times. So 145. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then a little bit in Spit F, yeah. I kind of want to just throw the rest in special attack. So 168 more would be 190, 204? I think it's 204. Right? Yeah. I think that was yeah. Yeah, I think this is probably makes the most amount of sense. I can just go offensive, eject pack out. I can set up stealth T-spikes. I can synthesis on some stuff. Is there other coverage move I want? That's another idea. Could I go like, what resists my stuff? Could I bring a different move besides synthesis? Could I go like, I could go a psychic move for this. I could also go, like, I mean, I could also go Sleep Powder or Sunspore or something like that. But I don't think I necessarily want to. I think what I have, I'm good with. Worry Seed doesn't make any sense. Weather Ball doesn't make sense. Spikes could be an idea aside from synthesis. Is there anything I actually heal on though? I heal on like Mudsdale, I bet. Kind of. I mean, I threaten an Oko, which means that I can heal. To allow myself to come in on something else later, but what do I come in on later? I don't know. It's more likely that I'm just using this to hit stuff. I think I am gonna go with like... I'm gonna go with Spikes for right now. Because I've looked at like... I'm pretty close to some Okos on some stuff with some of these other Pokemon. And having hazards up I think is really good for me in these matches. So I think that this team makes quite a bit of sense. And then, yeah. I should be able to deal with anything that comes my way, maybe. Yeah, I think I have options and outs to stuff. So I think I will go with this. This Pokemon doesn't do much against Victini, but if I like Leaf Storm Victini as it comes in, I think I still do quite a bit with how offensive I made it. Yeah, that's enough. Because if I do that, then I go into Leg Day, almost certainly. Or I go into Rotom Heat and just do a little bit more damage off that. But more likely I go here, and then I can like U-turn or threaten like a ground attack. So I think that's a possibility also. I probably don't go into... I'd probably have to go Toaster. But all that'll come up in mocks. Yeah, I'll figure out play pattern stuff in mocks. So, all right, I'm gonna pause right here, and yeah, I'll be back with some mocks. So I was able to get a mock against Tiger. Huge thank you to them for putting together a team for us to mock against. Just like in previous times when I've done this, I'll show the video. I'm not gonna chat during this time, and then after I showed the games, then I'll talk about what I've learned, any changes I'm planning on making, anything like that. So. Yeah, this is VGC first, so 2v2 first, and then singles second. So those were the 2 games. Feeling pretty good about the team. I mean, I've only played 1 mock with it, but so far the way it's kind of set up seems to be pretty good. The doubles game, I remember while I was building the team, or not while I was building, while I was playing the game, it was kind of a little tough to figure out how exactly I wanted to approach the match. So like the 4 that I brought here, I think are probably the 4 that I would want to bring in the doubles match. But I remember thinking that like I would really like to have Protect on this mon. So I think I'm going to take the substitute and I'm going to change it to Protect. Just so that I have that option to like on the turn I got V created. Where was it? Like I think it was here. Yeah, like this could have been an opportunity to potentially Protect. I think would have made some sense there. Toxic really doesn't make any sense for the doubles match, so I don't know, I'm kind of debating if I want to keep the Toxic, because I think I can probably deal with like Mudsdale in different ways, which is kind of what I was thinking the like Toxic and substitute would be for. So I'm not really sold on Toxic being the way to go. I think it's more likely that I'm going to want some kind of damaging move, because I do have the option for spikes and T-spikes from Roserade. And it's really also nice to see that my opponent never considered boots, which, I don't know. I think there's a world in which Adam, a Praetor, does. But even if he does, I think I'm okay with that. But this Sash lead was perfect. It did exactly what I wanted it to do, so I was very happy with that part. Because he was about to like shell smash and just try to win off right away. So I was happy with how this did. The Endeavor did perfectly. Yeah, Stealth Rack and Taunt were amazing. So I was very happy with this particular set. And I think Scarf is definitely the way to go. I don't think I need to switch up anything else. Oh, one thing I did want to look at was the turn that I went for close combat on the Tyrantrum, yeah. The turn that I went for that, could I have KO'd with Thunder's Kick? Yeah, see, that's a reason to have close combat, because I don't actually KO with Thunder's Kick. So I'm glad I have that move on there as well. Anything else I'd want to switch on the team or make any changes to? No, I don't think so. I think this is probably the one that makes the most sense. The only other consideration would be if I go Melmetal up against like a Blastoise, for example, and it's a Shell Smash kind of setup, like the one I just played against. Yeah, see, Double Iron Bash isn't enough to has a chance to a KO. That's kind of crazy. But if I go like Thunder Punch, that's almost a 2-hit KO. And then I can see here that like even if he does Shell Smash, then I take this hit from Surf. So yeah, maybe I go Thunder Punch instead of Toxic. And then what else does Thunder Punch hit? Because I remember I had that on my original set, but that would give me some more damage output there. Thunder Punch would also hit the Crobat, I guess. But aside from that, it's not particularly amazing. Like I'm most often clicking Double Iron Bash or Rock Slide. But I think Thunder Punch makes some sense here. I think I might try it in my other mock, if I can get another one. I'm hoping I can get another one, and see how Thunder Punch feels. But like that damage output and knowing that I can always 2-hit KO a Blastoise, like if it tries to set up on me, thinking I don't have a move for it, then like I have Thunder Punch, I have a way to hit it. So I think like that change for the Melmetal set makes the most amount of sense. And the other part, okay, I was kind of curious about this. So because of how many options Victini has just in general, if it does go for a special set and goes something like this and has like Psychic and like Energy Ball would be the move here. Oh, it also does have Thunder. Ooh, okay, I did not think of Thunder until just now. Yeah, so even, okay, yeah, so Energy Ball is actually a 3-hit KO, so that's actually a really good calc to know. And Thunder would 2-hit KO me, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that actually. So I think this is probably the way to go, because I was wondering when I was playing the match, like, what if they have Energy Ball instead of like Bolt Strike? Like, is Wakanberry the way to go? But I think it is. I think it is the way to go. It doesn't really help me against Bolt, I don't think. Probably not. But that's another calc I'm kind of curious about since I'm looking at it right now. Actually take Thunderbolt straight up, so which means that with the Wakanberry, I'd be able to be 3-hit KO by it. So, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely glad. I think Wakanberry is definitely the way to go. It helps me set up Trick Room in the doubles matches, which is kind of important too, I think. And then in the singles matches, I think it helps me be another switch in for Victini, which I think is important to have. So I feel pretty good about the team just in terms of what I've done so far. I think it is worthwhile. I considered while I was playing, like, do I really need Defog? Can I go with like Thunderbolt? But I do think that Defog is definitely the way to go. Because, well, okay, hold up. So, who is affected by webs on my team? These 4. This I don't care about its speed. This is meant to be a Sash lead, so it's just supposed to die just straight up. And this actually really doesn't care about webs. And this, I kind of care about webs for this, but I didn't even bring it in the matchup that I just played. So I kind of wonder, do I even need Defog? Could I go Thunderbolt? I actually don't think that the hazards scare me that much. Who on this team is weak to hazards? Just you, and I'm running boots on you. Okay, so I don't actually think that Defog matters. I think I am going to go for T-Bolt here. Because in that one match, it would have been really nice to have Thunderbolt on... There was a turn... Was it this turn? Yeah, it was this turn where I hit the Blastoise with Volt Switch. And I do like... I don't even remember, how much do I do? Yeah, I do like 79% of Blastoise. And if I had been Thunderbolt, how much would I have done? Let's see. It was at -1 Spadef at the moment. Wait, did I have bulk on it? Oh, I guess I can look at the team right here. No, it did not. It had that much bulk. So I actually... Wait, did I get like a low roll on that one? 79%? No, it's about middle. Okay. Yeah, so I think if I had T-Bolt here instead, yeah, then I have a chance to KO, which I think could be worth it. Another option would be, would Foul Play make sense against their team? It could, but I probably want Levitate, so I don't really want to get hit with like Mummy as an ability. Could I go Dark Pulse? Would Dark Pulse make sense? Or would I want Will-O-Wisp? T-Wave? Shadow Ball? I think Thunderbolt's probably good. I don't know. It's stab. I don't have to switch from my move. So I don't actually think I need Defog, which I had on originally because I thought webs would be a problem. But now that I'm looking at my team a little bit more, the only Pokemon that actually cares about webs is Roserade. These two both fly, so they don't care. This is slow. Doesn't matter. This is also slow, so it doesn't matter. This is meant to be a Sash lead, so it dies. And then this one, I like kind of care about this one, but I don't know. I can deal. Because this is, I think, kind of here to fill a similar role to Werewolf. Do they have a way that stops Werewolf from getting stuff up? Do they have Fast Taunt? They do have Fast Taunt. So they could try to stop me from getting the hazards up, but I don't know. I don't think I'm too scared of it. I think I can probably get Stealth Rock up. If they do bring Defog or Rapid Spin, then I don't know, they bring Defog or Rapid Spin. And then I have the option of putting hazards up later on. If they reveal, like say I win game 1, the VGC match, I lose game 2 in the singles match, and like they reveal Blastoise with Rapid Spin, I probably don't go with this plan, but I probably will bring Dr. Isley in the next one. because then I can get T-Spikes up, and getting a T-Spike up would be really nice to get some things poisoned and to get some chip damage that way, because I think it really helps to put things into range for Galarian Zapdos. Yeah, so I feel pretty good about the team. I think this is probably what I'll rock with, but again, if I have an opportunity to get another mock, then of course I'll look at that, and we'll take a look at how the team looks in terms of adjustments. Or do I keep things the same or whatever? But this is probably the team I'm gonna rock with. If this isn't the end of the video, it means I got another mock, and I'm gonna chat through that and make some changes and share my team building process for that as well. But at the moment, this looks like it's gonna be the team. Yeah, thanks for sticking around so far. So I did end up managing to get another mock this time. Incog came through to give me an opportunity to play with the team again. We were able to get a VGC match and a singles match, so I'll do basically what I did for the other one, is show the game, not chat about it. Well, show the game, then I'll chat about it, and then wrap things up. I think I'm pretty set on the team, but we'll figure out if I want to make any changes. And yeah, so here's the matches. So after playing the matches, Jellicent was obviously amazing in that game in particular, just because it was able to actually. Did it pick up all 4 KOs? Oh my god, I think it picked it up. It picked up all 4 KOs. Okay, yeah. So Jellicent was absolutely insane, which I thought it looked pretty good in the matchup. So Okay, so I will say that there was the choice of staying in on Blastoise. I think when I was scarfed like that, if I hadn't played the first match and seen the Blastoise had follow me and like protect and stuff, I probably would have swapped out, not knowing like what set it was. So say in the first game I saw like Muddy Water and like Dark Pulse. If I saw those two moves in this first game rather than like follow me or protect, I probably would have swapped out at that point and gone into like, I don't know, maybe Melmetal. Probably would have gone Melmetal at that point. That way if they Shell Smash, then I would have the opportunity to like KO with Thunder Punch. That probably would have been the way to go at that situation, just because, well, maybe. No, actually I think going Shadow Ball would have still been the way to go, just to get some chip damage on it. And that way, then I could KO with Nuts. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, having Shadow Ball was definitely the way to go in that setup. Yeah, because then I would have had the opportunity to Shadow Ball, get enough damage, and then Melmetal's Thunder Punch would have been enough to KO it. So I don't know. With the there was the more of a concern, I think, of it being potentially a Shell Smash set. If I get tricked as Choice Scarf or something like that. And then yeah, I don't know, I felt pretty good about it. I have the nice speed control. I have Scarf. Knowing that the Victini was Scarf was really good because it let me go into Melmetal on the Psychic in that other game. I think if I'd seen the Psychic, like there was a play, where was it? It was earlier in here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was here. Like, I let this take a second Psychic. I think I just should have swapped at that point. I could have just gone straight into Melmetal. And then I think this swap right here was really smart because I knew this was going to be the defensive check to it. So I could go straight into Jellicent and I could get my recover off. So I think that was a pretty nice play, which may be something that I'll need to think about when I'm playing my match against a Praetor. Yeah, I think that's it. So here's the notes that I have for the team. I'm just going to check it out. Very short notes on Roserade. I don't actually know how much I'm actually be able to use it. Just because I didn't end up using it in the mocks, and it's just going to be more of like a... Like, I think it might be... Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It might be like if I play the first singles match and... like, Werewolf did not work out very well in that first singles match that I played, so like if I'd lost that one, going into the next one, I think I swap it out and I bring this Mon instead. I might even bring Leg Day. Leg Day would also be a good bring for that second match. I didn't end up bringing in the singles match, but I think switching to one of these two was definitely the way to go. I probably could have got away with no rocks, but going for Spikes and T-Spikes actually would have been pretty good. So yeah, I probably would have swapped over to Dr. Isley, because then I have a little bit more offensive pressure and still have the same hazard stacking potential. So yeah, I don't know. Feel pretty good about the team. I don't think there's any more changes I'm going to make to it, so this is what I'm rolling with. And actually play him in about just a few minutes. So yeah, but it should be a good one. Thanks for sticking around, checking out the team and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you on the video for the game tomorrow.